What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today is a video I was not expecting to make, but I think it would be a pretty good idea to talk about this, because this is a big story in the coaster industry, and at the same time, it's pretty shocking, so let's get right into it. If you don't know already, Funspot is a park chain across the southern United States that provides small family fun mixed with some big thrills. For an example, there is a park in Orlando with White Lightning and the Sky Coaster as their two big thrills, but other than that, they have a lot of family attractions. When it comes to the Kissimmee location, they have an insane woody mind blower and the world's tallest Sky Coaster, but it is mostly geared around families. The third location in Atlanta, Georgia does the same. I have personally been to both of the fun spots in the Orlando Kissimmee area, but I have not been to this one. I have heard from many people that this one is the least out of the three. It doesn't have a massive thrilling coaster like the other two, until now. Recently they've been teasing an RMC hyper coaster coming to the park, and all of us assumed, oh, it could be a family coaster, it could be a small Raptor. Well, that was until the layout was leaked by multiple sources, and let me just say, this thing is massive. Even bigger than you think. I mean, this thing is huge, and if this thing is right, this could give Twisted Cyclone and the South RMCs in general a run for their money, maybe even Iron Gwazi. This thing looks absolutely insane. I mean, look at this footprint. This might be a lot bigger than you think. This is bigger than the footprint of Goliath at Great America. This is massive. So, what was the first thing I did? Well, I went right to my computer and started to design a no limits 2 prediction. I based it off of the currently leaked footprint, and today I'm going to show you my prediction for this RMC. This is Cedar Flags, and this is my predicted layout for Funspot Atlanta's new hybrid coaster. Now before I start the video, I just want to say that only a fifth of my viewers are actually subscribed to me, only about 21%. So if you haven't already, and if you just forgot, subscribe to my channel and catch up on my content. So, getting into the process of how I designed this concept. First, I wanted to tell you what I know about this and what other people know about this. First off, the location. We know the location due to the leaked footprint, and we also know some of the elements. I mean, that element in the very left of the picture, that has to be a dive loop. I don't know what else that could be. And these columns right here indicate that there's some sort of lift stall type element, similar to what you'd see on Zadra or Goliath at Great America. And I incorporated that too. It also looks like that these two boxes right here indicate the station and the brake run, so I indicated those as the station and the brake run. So, it is the moment you all have been waiting for. This is the ride POV. From start to finish, here's my prediction for the Funspot Atlanta RMC hybrid coaster. After the POV is shown, I will tell you why I chose this sort of layout, and why I incorporated some of these elements. Enjoy your ride. In this video, in the POV at least, you could see that it inverted 6 times. Now, I feel like Funspot would try to break a record with a coaster this big, so I decided to go for the inversion record for RMC hybrid coasters. And I incorporated 6 inversions. One being that dive loop, the second one being the stall, 3 and 4 being a double inverting element similar to what you'd find at Untamed at Walibi, 4 being a corkscrew, well I guess 5 being a corkscrew, and 6 being just your typical old 0G roll. Now, if you also notice during the inversions, I incorporated a switch of a color scheme. While it is right side up, it is red, and while it is upside down, it is blue. That is to the possibility of there being a patriotic theme for this ride, themed to the US of A. It is Funspot after all, and the color scheme they chose was red, white, and blue, indicating the colors. I decided to do a lot of airtime moments throughout the ride as well, and they variate from very strong ejector to mild ejector at the same time. In the latter half of the ride decides to go more low to the ground when it comes to the airtime moments, and as you can see after that outward bank turn, I included a lot of double up and double down like elements. I did this to make the ride a lot more thrilling than it would have been. I originally wanted to go for a lot more of a tame layout, but I decided to go a lot stronger with it, and I really think the end product decided to do well. I did a lot of shaping and reforming because it seemed like a lot of the airtime hills were a little too strong, but at the same time, after a few D-pumps, it was all good. The order of elements is an 85-degree first drop, a small airtime bump similar to Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point, a dive loop inspired off of Goliath at Great America, a massive camelback inspired off of Zadra, that stall, an outward bank turn inspired off of Steel Vengeance, a double down into a double up, also inspired by Steel Vengeance, an airtime moment, that crazy double inversion based off of that inversion on Untamed, a corkscrew element, more airtime moments leading into the final inversion, and the final brake run. Now, as you know, it is not the largest RMC. Iron Gwazi is still much taller. This ride is around 165 feet, and let me just say, even though this ride wouldn't be the tallest, I do think it would be phenomenal for this layout. This is a massive RMC, and I feel like it would become one of the best in the world. The forceful airtime with the mix of inversions would be perfect, and it would provide a good variety of thrills for all thrill seekers alike. It would be great marketing, but at the same time, I really don't know why Funspot decided to do this. They are just a few miles away from another RMC thrilling coaster, Twisted Cyclone, so I really don't know why they wanted to dabble into this. And with possibly 2 RMCs opening up, I made a video about the first one. This is going to be an interesting year for the state of Georgia. So what do you think about this? Do you think I was pretty spot on, or do you think it's going to be a much different layout than what other people say? Let me know down in the comments below. And this is Cedar Flags. I will see you all later.